人がそれパッていくだろ。
あ、そうですか。あ、
伸びしちゃダメだよ。
はい。
ね、これでパッていくだろ。ほらちょっと来たらパッとまた行くんだよね。これで。猫以上早く行かなくてダメだよ。な。
You have to be quicker than a cat to do this.
だからその真剣な打ち方を待つね。あれでパッと作る。何でもよくパッとこういうね。わかんないように。よけられるような打ち方しちゃダメだよな。ね。はい、それ。
You gotta have the
気をつけな。目に合わないで。
Be careful about getting the eyes to
But you gotta have the feeling of how to strike with it, but how to react against it as well. That's the feeling.
猫にならない。猫にならないで。
Yeah, you gotta be like a cat. You gotta think yourself as a cat.
ほら、どんどん攻めていくね。これがあるわけね。それからもう一つは結局、これ水気がこういうシーン、これで入る。この二つがあるわけね。それと同時にいつも俺みたいに足取れねえじゃない。俺みたいに足自然にこうやって取れるようにみんな稽古することだよな。とこれで相手が無難にしてもさ、こうだけでこれでやったら折れんだろ。足折れない？
折りますよ。バランス崩して。
折れるからね。ヒット折れるからこんならしいの。
Even now he's controlling me, squashing toes into the floor.
Still breaking away.
Yeah, so he's got control of my toes.
だから無難がわざとやって上頭に着させといてさ、ドンってひっくり返って当たったふうにしてやられたふうにして踏んでてパッて。
He said the reason why you have this kind of technique coming down is because you'll get hit as well.
だから
when you fall
これでほ
naturally,
らこうされてパパやってて、でパカッて当たったふうにして、こうやって。
You understand?
Yeah.
This technique is when you get hit.
相手に勝ったと思わせることも大事ね。
You've got to put across to your opponent that he thinks he's winning, he's won.
そういう心理的なものがとっても武道の中にあるんだよ。
So it has a philosophical side of the art. This is the philosophical side of the art. Sorry, psychological side. Sorry, psychological side of the art.
だからボクシングのやってるやつがこうだろう。ボクシングやってるやつがこうだろう。だからそれで当たったふりしてひっくり返ればすぐ足取れるよ。やったことあるから。
As he said, like when he boxed, he said he was in this thing as well, whereby he would get it, but he still felt that he had the opponent. Even though he got it, he still thought that. Okay.
この役を蹴っただろうね。こうやって。
He's into the point called yaku, which is.
こう蹴るのね。こう蹴るのがどうだよ。聞くだろ。丸がやってこれだから。ね。ひっくり返っちゃってね。くるくる転がっちゃってガチって。
Using the shin against the inside of my
Calf.
my leg basically, yeah. Point of yaku, yeah. Knee down. But halfway down.
真ん中ね。
Halfway down, yeah.
ここで蹴る。
And then hitting with your shin bone at that point.
こうだろ。こうひっくり返るのこうだよ。こうほら。軽くだよこれ。
That was likely.
Get the
space on that.
バッと出るから。
I know it already. Oh.
こういうの空手なのにないのよ。空手なのにないのよな。
This actually doesn't appear in any of the striking arts like karate. This kind of technique.
これ押さえてるからやれるんだよ。これ押さえてないじゃ相手対敵効かないけど。これ押さえてるから。
He said because he's controlling you there at that point there. That's why it's effective. He said if he's not controlling that point there, no matter how hard he'll hit you, it'll have no effect. That's the point of control there.
だからそういう大事なことね、ポイントね、血来たなと思ったらパーッと体でいくとかね、でまた無難したらパーッとこれでこういうこれでもってペッとこう体でいくのこれ。手でいかなかったら体でいくの。ね、でこれでいかだけで本幕書いてこうやってつまない。そういう投げ方だと思います。
The flow of it is not. It's not the flow which just actually comes out from here downwards. It's the flow that actually comes out with the whole body. It's the means of flow that you've got to.
だから投げて小さいのを今日はこのものを使うのせてんだろ。人がいてもほら投げてんだろ。パッていきながらこう切っちゃうと。こうやって。こう持ってんのこう持っててね。パッてこう切っちゃう。 もうこっち効かない。パチッって言うんですよ。OK？ な。うん。で刺し方も違うね。こんなことこんなことね。パッとこういう刺すわね。
Your way of stabbing is different. This
でこれでパタケをこれだろ。ね。切り裂きです。切り裂きです。OK？ はい、それここね。
In the middle.
どう？これ強くやれたらすぐ折れるからこうね。
Direction that you have to look at here.
これとまっすぐね。
You're kicking probably 90 degrees to the angle of strike, yeah?
ね。だからこれでもってバーッてバーッこういう剣がやっぱりこれも練習だよね。あとは体背骨でこう蹴る。
And then using your spine as you're kicking through.
足だけじゃないのね。
Not just with
体
the
全体
leg,
でね。
but using your whole body as much as you can.
効くだろ。
Do you think it was effective?
足折れるんだよこれね。本当に折れる。
This will really will break cleanly.
で先生ねやっててちょっとした足に出て倒れてね中国人がねで、何人も来たんで倒れたんでね倒れて自分でみんなの見てる前で蹴って彼ギャッつってて引っ掛けて足折れて屋根から落っこって死んだね。手も何も出さないでその中の一つね。だから手出さないでさ屋根の上でね10人相手にしてさ逃げるような格好しててさみんなそういうのでもって屋根から落っことしちゃってさ10人殺したね。でそこで300人ぐらいみんな見てたね。だけど高松先生ほら手を出さないで逃げながらやってたから10人殺しても無罪になっちゃう。
He said even though there was a point where Takuma Sensei was in China and there was an audience of about 300 people watching this fighting shock on the roof and what they were surprised to see, what there was difficult to explain to the authorities at the time was the fact that all his strikes were with the legs. Yeah? So he didn't use his arms, but basically this kind of striking method whereby he would actually just one strike, but it would be like the method he was trying to actually get out and away, but he was disguising it with this technique. And he kicked the one guy, and basically he flipped like this, landed on his head and rolled off the roof and died. But he said 10 people basically dropped from the roof through this method. Even though 300 people were watching, the authorities had difficulty believing the fact that he didn't actually use his hands or any weapon of a kind. And the fact that, what they really were surprised, the fact that he was just trying to get away. If you try and get away from a fight, usually it's a bit difficult, isn't it? Especially when you're trying to
だからこういう感覚はポリスマンなんか必要なんだよ。
You have to, for a policeman must have this kind of feeling, the fact that you can actually use what you've got but not appear to be violent with it.
あと MP だとかね。
MP
military police.
軍人の警察
そういうの必要なの。そういうのが必要なのね。そういうのがとっても必要なのね。じゃないといけない。それをこの間イギリスの警察でね、いろいろこれヘンドンポリスアカデミーでやって喜んでくれるね。
This is why when we went to Hendon Police Academy in London, he explained these points and these kind of feelings that you have to train to a point whereby you can use what you've got, but you can use it in a way in which you control the outcome.
だって大山空手の人たち10人ぐらいいたね。それでやっぱりほら空手で一般市民を殴ったり蹴っ飛ばしたりできないでしょ。
So with a lot of people there, about 10 people who study karate, of course their principles are kicking and striking, yeah, with the fist, but you can't get away with this in law terms.
そうすると空手はね牙を抜かれた虎みたいになっちゃうんだよね。
So
爪やね牙がね虎みたいでどうしても抜かない逆に食われちゃうんだよな。
So it's like with those kind of things, you're striking with these points, but you're also sort of using a more of a too strong approach, like a tiger. And of course, obviously, if a tiger strikes somebody, then everybody's going to go out and try and hunt for the tiger. Same thing. If you strike in that kind of manner, then everybody's going to come out and hunt you and then kill you.
だから格闘技のね性格とかね種類とかね特徴とかそういうのをパッと自分で ひらめくようにならないとな。それから環境によってね。
You have to understand that in your environment you must open yourself up to what's about you, not just within yourself, like, you know, or what's about you in the sense of your environment, but things like in general, like characteristics of certain things, you know, a weapon or whatever, characteristics of a fighting art, or you know, for example, the correct methods.
だからみんなが見ているところでもね、自分がやったってことを見せないのも5段以上のテクニックなんだよ。高松先生が言うね。でみんな見てるところでこれしたらこれも5段以上のテクニック。で10段以上のテクニックなのこれね。
Techniques that involve you fighting in front of an audience, but whereby you appear to have won the fight without actually fighting, or without actually sort of really sort of beating your opponent, you know, actually sort of giving a visible strike to your opponent, is the feeling of fighting for above 10th dan level.
Okay.
That's what you do.
そういうのを教えてるわけね。だからね、やっぱり
That's why it's
教
saying.
えるっていうのはね、とっても責任重いんだよ。教えるっていうのはとっても責任重いね。
There's a lot of responsibilities, a heavy responsibility in teaching.
バカに教えるとね、犯罪になるだろう。
You teach to idiots, and what you get a reverse effect.
ね。だからそういうところをね、僕はだから人間ができてくるのを見ていてこうやって徐々に教えてるわけね。だから15年も外国出てかかってる。徐々に。だからセミナーではこういうことは教えないたくさんいると思う。危険なあんまり危険なこと。
Sensei bases his teachings on whoever's surrounding or who's ever with him at the time. He can't teach this feeling or these points to a large group because there's going to be people that he doesn't know. When he feels that there are people around him who are responsible in themselves for studying these points, then he will teach their level of responsibility and their capability.
だから分かり合ったね、こういうね、時にお互いに話し合う、こういう時にだけじゃなくてあんまり危険なことを教えたくないんで。
So in open training up to everyone, like then what he will do is he'll close himself off to these high levels of teaching. That's why he doesn't open it up.
それから俺の場合はね、ノーエンドだっていうのは昨日も分かっただろうけどさ、昨日もねやったでしょ、大師さばき。ね、同じ技何回もやってんだろ、また初めから始まったんだけど、同じことやってないんだろ。
So last night's training, he says, he views that there is no end to training, there is no end to what's available. Last night we did basically one technique, but we didn't just do the one technique, we did many techniques, and no one technique was ever the same as the previous one that he showed, or previously in the past training sessions.